Amy Lundberg here with Fitness for the Soul television, where you are going to learn how to energize yourself, balance those hormones, and get your life back. That's what a lot of people share with me when they come see me. Amy, I just want my energy back and I want my life back. And that's where we're going to talk about. And we kind of typically look at when we get frustrated with life, we kind of look at, oh, I need to lose 10 pounds. You just kind of get frustrated with your body, clothes aren't fitting right, and we just kind of go right into exercise and nutrition, what I can improve on so that I feel better. But really, it's kind of the stress around your life, and the symptom is the body. But one of the things I'm going to share with you today is stress leads to abdominal weight gain. You've heard me speak about it. But stress and fear, we hit that fight or flight sequence of hormones going on. And one of the things is that I share with people, if you're not living your core values in your life, it is going to trigger your stress response, that fight or flight response. So one thing to look at is where you're maybe not living your core values. You might have a sense of responsibility, integrity, honesty, and all that. And you might really be doing that really well at work, but maybe not so well with family, because you're always thinking work comes first and you'll do really well at work, but how honest, full of integrity, and responsible are you feeling with your relationships in your family? Or vice versa, doing really well with family and living from your core values there, but maybe not so in your career or in other places in your life. So it's one different way to look at core values and step into where you may not be so that you're not hitting that flight or flight response. But here's what happens. When we are kind of in that flight or fight response, the stress is triggering. It's kind of like a little, you know, like we got a faucet, excuse me, and it's got a slow drip, a leaky faucet. It's just drip, drip, drip. Is this kind of annoying, but you just don't have time to fix it right away? Well, that's kind of what the fight or flight response is doing to the body. It's just kind of a drip, 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 drip all day. And so what it's doing is causing your cortisol to pump up, so it gives you the energy to handle the stress in your life. And I know many of you are thinking, well, I don't have a lot of stress. But I'm talking emotional stress. I'm thinking things that you really don't think are stressful in your life, but are causing that drip, drip, drip. And one of the ways to look at it is in core values. But your cortisol is going up. So the cortisol is going to go and wants more energy. So where are we going to get more energy but in sugar? So that's our blood glucose. So our blood glucose in the body is going to start to rise. So we have all this sugar being pumped into the body from the stress flight or flight response. And it's increasing the cortisol, which then is asking for the blood sugar to give us this energy. But then what happens is your insulin increases, because the insulin is what takes the sugar and puts it into the muscles, because fight or flight, you're going to either fight the tiger or you're going to flee from the tiger. But all day long, us Americans sit in front of our computers rather than fight or run. We're just sitting there seething internally without maybe realizing it. We might feel a little, oh, that was frustrating, and it might just kind of like annoying, or you might be angry but you're stuffing it down, you're not saying anything about it. So there's a lot of things going on. That's what I'm talking about. So insulin's rising. It wants to have the glucose go into the muscles, but since we're sitting, most likely it's going and converting to fat. And so 9 out of 10 of my clients have insulin resistance. So if you got the belly fat and the muffin top, the stress belly, whatever you may be calling it, one of the things that you may not realize is that you might be having some insulin resistance, because the insulin is rising and there's more blood glucose going into the body, but it has nowhere to go other than the fat. And it's coming from stress, more than likely. So way to look at that, look at your core values. Look at how you are taking life in emotionally, and then look at how active you are. So if you're interested in helping yourself with the blood glucose, getting your blood sugars under control, get your name on my emailing list, because I have a class starting up in June that we're going to hit hardcore on that, and we are going to break that resistance that you have within yourself around the blood sugar. This is Amy Lundberg, Fitness for the Soul, aimforfitness.com. Go for it, get your name on the list, and let's get this under control. Take care, everyone, and make it great.